Welcome back to the show, everybody. The most dangerous hands in all the multiverse are getting loose because the gods have come and blessed us with what it is that we need. Can I get a hand clap? Woo-hoo! The gods was like, yo, Triple. I'm like, yes, M2, how can I help you? You want that video game you wanted for a decade plus to be ported where everyone can enjoy its goodness? Why, yes, M2, I do. Ayo, Triple, here's Espray for you. You've been waiting for this game for a decade plus. Enjoy. And I'm just like, thank you, gods. Appreciate it. Because, oh my God. Like, yo, you do not know how long I have been waiting for this moment. Because let's just be for real though, because yo, this gonna be a lengthy session of shmup game proper, because I got a story to tell. Simple story. You've heard it before. It's prefaced with a lot of things on this channel. Back in 2007, I really learned a lot about this hobby that I love, and this hobby that I want to continue to be a part of. One of those things I learned about back then when I was going on sabbatical and I had all that time was S.R.A. when I was still pronouncing it incorrectly. And I used to pronounce that game S.R.A. and loved it to death until I learned it was pronounced S-Raid years later. And now I know how to pronounce it properly. I love this game to death. I am not the man who sits in front of this camera if I never experienced S-Raid. I am not that person. And it's the shmup that gave me true love for what this genre does. Because yes, I have Super R-Type that really introduced me to the genre, but that was on a different way because that was more of the challenge of can you defeat it. This is more of understanding of appreciating the art form. See, let's put it this way, just so that Uncle Triple can get some more history out of here. Espray for me as the shmups, as Cowboy Bebop is to anime. It was the piece of art that made me appreciate the art form. And that's what Espray is to me. It is the shmup that made me appreciate what shmups do. And ever since then, I have been a changed man because of it. And then ultimately, because here's hoping the next time the gods come and bless, it's gonna be that thing we call On Police Bat Rider, because it's gonna be time the choice to die. But right now, all we can do is rage and die side, baby. Because yo, one of my favorite tracks in all the video games. I'm not going to. Look. If you have never played Espray before, you are going to be in for a treat. The story of M.U.S.H.A, JB Fifth, and Aurora, and their struggle against Miss Gara and all of the psychics and everything else that get blown up, because there are a lot of things that get blown up with psychic energy, including tanks and more tanks and human beings and other psychics and a whole bunch of other stuff. But regardless of that, Espray is one of the best in the business, in general, period. And there is no one that can stand up and tell me that Espray ain't one of the best at what it does. Espray has a real wild history, and that goes in queue with something we'll get into later in this episode about this game's lineage and history. But you just gotta know, this right here, this makes me a happy man. And there are not a lot of things in the year 2018 that make your Uncle Triple happy. But knowing that not only for the first time that you'll be able to experience Espray legally in a way that you can get it, that I will be too. Because here's the thing. Back when G.O.D came out, I thought this was in the bag. I'm thinking like, yo, y'all gonna release G.O.D on Xbox Live Arcade one week, and then Espray's gonna come and it's gonna be hell yeah. And then the shmup gates are gonna open. They did, but not in a way that even in 2018, when it comes to the 360, that we can appreciate. that a lot of stuff at this juncture you need to go pick up on Steam, or you need to have a Japanese Xbox 360 to really experience it. Because even given that recently there was some information last week that the DLC for Dodonpachi Resurrection, when at least come to the European version, is down and it's probably gone forever. But luckily, the Steam version is way better than that 360 version because it had everything that the Japanese releases had. So you ain't completely losing out. But the thing is that I would love backward compatibility. There are a lot of things that you just cannot play without a Japanese 360. And it would be wonderful to be able to put up my Japanese 360 and just sit a bone right there. Like, sit a ball right there and be able to play all my favorite shmup games. A lot of Japanese 3DS exclusive, a lot of Japanese Xbox 360 exclusives, including Tetris the Grandmaster Ace, because, you know, it's the only port of Tetris the Grandmaster to anything ever. But that's another conversation for Arca. But, you know, they too busy trying to give you what you want with Fighting EX Layer on Steam. You should thank them, by the way. Point regardless. This is a monumental day for not only all my schmuck family in the building, but for gaming in general. Because we talking about a game that you thought that came out in 9.8, you thought would have got a port. But then when you think about when 9.8 was and when this game came out, it's like it either would have been coming out on the tail end of the Saturn, which was failing or failed at this juncture, or a PS1 that probably couldn't handle it properly. So maybe it was for the best that it didn't. PS2 port would have been dope. You know what I'm saying? Other games that needed a PS2 port. Bro, but that's another conversation entirely. Thing is, this is 2018 been murdering shit. I'm not even finna go pull out that mystical list of bodies 2018 has dropped in the gaming world, bro. I'm not finna. We'll be here all fucking day. I won't do it. I won't. But you know, and I know, 2018 been dropping gaming bodies left and right. This is just another many of those bodies, but it's an important body to me because the gods have come to bless. And M2, thank you very much for whatever it was that you did with Atlas. Yo, do that again with Power Instinct, the Ancestors commemoration. That'd be nice. You know what I'm saying? Y'all work on fighting games. Yeah, Kohei Mibu, Rio Rai. Yeah, y'all know that game. Shout out to my little brother Ryan Bomber. You know what I'm saying? He played that game very much. Go buy and go play it with him or something. He needs friends. I'm just playing with you. Look, regardless of that, I want to get to this trailer because all I know is that it exists. I have not watched the trailer at all. I want to see it because after we get done with the trailer and discuss it a little bit, there's one more piece of a very important news that came up that we really need to discuss when it comes to the history of what this game that I love is. So, bring me super duper motherfucking magic box! Super duper motherfucking magic box, which is here, right there. Super duper motherfucking magic box. If y'all ready, I'm ready. Man, this brings me hope because this was the thing that won the "What do you want us to do" list. So, given the other things on it and things that they said they're gonna do, the future is bright. But for right now, now activating Esprade.exe. There's a worry, baby. Yes. This brings me life and hope. Oh, there go JP. Oh my God. Oh man, I don't believe right now that I'm watching this. This is a beautiful thing. This is beautiful, baby. And there go U.S.H.A in the corner. I'm not even hardly paying attention. I'm just like, I am in awe that I'm watching it. Slow fucking clap. Thank you, super duper motherfucking magic box. We love you. That brings my heart some pause. Feels good to live in this world. Told you we weren't gonna be counting bodies. We're not gonna count gaming bodies. We're not. Given what every other game in the M.U.S.H.A Trigger series has been, no, this gonna have all the bells and whistles, something special for you with this something. And it's like, given that Destiny will be out any day now, and that was on disc, hope S-Ray be on the disc too. So you know what I'm saying? Be staying tuned for the news or whatever, and I will have the updates for you as this comes out. In that same breath, however, M2 continue to be the goth while I sit up here and wait for Momo on M.U.S.H.A and all that good stuff. Let me sit up. Let me get a little straight for this. Uncle Triple gotta get straight for this. You know what I mean? Gotta work that rotator cuff, baby. You know what I'm saying? Just shoot that jab real quick. Wow. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I got not only the most dangerous hands in the multiverse, but the quickest ones too. Do not fuck with your boy. Look, regardless though. Another news. Happy birthday, Aleste. Thank you for being an amazing schmuck for inspiring video games like Earthbreak. Happy birthday, Aleste. Aleste, as it's pronounced. I used to pronounce it Aleste for years and no why I did. It's pronounced Aleste and whatever. Look, M2 like, yo, we doing something major. And they got people on board. And it's like, yes, please. I'm like, I remember when I played M.U.S.H.A as a kid and was like, why am I dying at this thing? But I enjoyed dying at this thing. And it wasn't until years later that I really understood the lineage that Aleste presents, and including all the things that Compile even did on the side of that, like Xanax, and most importantly, a Nintendo game that everybody should experience once in the Guardian Legend. Probably one of the best video games on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Please come argue me different that the Guardian Legend ain't that motherfucking crack cocaine. I dare you. I triple dog Mark Summers dare your ass. Argue me that the Guardian Legend ain't that crack cocaine. Please. Please, you can't. It'll be interesting to see what they do for the 30th anniversary of the series. Cause yo, you should really, if nothing else, play M.U.S.H.A. I'm like, you have the Arilla Aleste and things like that. You have Robo Aleste and things like that. But M.U.S.H.A is that business, and to know that what those games were inspired games like Earthbreak, because when Compile broke up and they did more than give you Puyo Puyo, which is on sale to the end of the month, so we'll talk about that in an episode of Random Select, is you have what became parts of Verizon and Aiden, what became Milestone and things like that, and all these other smart companies that sat up here and brought you the goodness for years. So to know that Aleste will be properly celebrated by the gods at the helm, you can't lose with that at all. It's a great time to be a gamer in most aspects, but there's a whole other video about that. But yo, if you don't do nothing else in the meanwhile, go explore Aleste, right? Go play Earthbreak. I don't give a damn how you do it. Earthbreak is one of the best in the motherfucking business for a reason, okay? No lies, no bullshit, no nothing. Aleste, one of the best in the business as a series and as its legacy and everything that Compile touched and what ultimately split it off from that is what makes this genre so wonderful. But yo, we got more show for you. Again, the gods. Thank you, M2, for continuing to be amazing. Because all y'all do is put out crack cocaine. I'm like, I always had hope for the shot trigger, so all I'm waiting for is Bat Rider now. All I'm waiting for is Bat Rider now. That's all I'm waiting for. And once that happens, the game is over. Over. I don't need another game again. Give me On Police Bat Rider. I don't need nothing else ever. Anything else after that is a bonus. There are very other few things, such as 5. But we'll get into that. Look. We've got more show for you. Well, of course we do. We've got a big, giant scarlet elephant in a room we've literally got to discuss. Cause, But yo, times are changing. But yo, thanks again to M2. Thank you to Atlas. Thank you to K for everybody who got that together. Happy anniversary, Aleste. Amazing series and everything, and all compilers touched and done for this genre. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood indeed. But yo, we've got more show for you. Sit back, relax, stay tuned. I'm the one million triple G.O.D, aka all your Uncle Triple. We always live here on Team GRF TV, and of course we've got more show for you after these commercial messages. Seriously, go play Esprit, motherfuckers. Go do that shit. Go do that shit like nowish. Nowish is good. Go play Esprit. Go play the Guardian Legend. You know what? Flip a coin, but do both of those. Go play Esprit, go play the Guardian Legend, and bonus, go play M.U.S.H.A. Amazing video games. More show after these commercial messages.